Woohoo! What's up, YouTubers, Vicers, internet users alike, and everything like that? Totally forgot to mention in my last video that, yeah, as y'all can see, I have a mohawk, and it is not my first time having it ever, as some of you have seen from my profile picture on AV and on Twitter, but this is my first time having a mohawk since summer 2010. So, yeah. But it's kind of nice having it back. It is about half the length that I usually have it at, but I just kind of really need a haircut, and it's getting warmer out, sort of, for the most part. And so I kind of wanted to go ahead and go for it, because it's also like really easy to take care of. So, anywho, enough of that. Like I say, I'm SideFan16 Quig, here for another episode of Dunce, and this time it's not on any regular series, however. This time I am bringing you the Not Safe for Work Hentai Edition number 2. And some of you might remember, I'll go ahead and put a link down below, either when I post it in my blog, and also in the little info space down below the video on YouTube. And so that way, some of you who haven't watched the first one I did, you can check it out. But that one was on 2 different volumes of manga, and this one is actually on the 2 different series DVDs that I picked up from Right Stuff. I believe it was order number 3. Right Stuff, or my purchase number 3 of this year. And I'll get right into those. And so the first one is Viper GTS, and it says warning, absolutely not for children, and all that wonderful stuff. And this is brought to us by Kitty Media. It's a DVD, of course. Open it here. It's just simple, 1 disc. Dealy. There's nothing in here, nothing like the special features. I mean, the only thing is there's some trailers. I think that's really it. All the warnings on here, I just get I don't know, I just get a kick out of them, man. The warning, and when you start playing the DVDs, they have more. They have like 3 warnings pop up too, and so I just get a kick out of all of it. But getting into it, let's see, Subverse dub. I've now watched Viper GTS like 4 times. I've watched both the sub and the dub. The sub is definitely less ridiculous to watch. Just from sitting and watching these in dub and actually like sitting there, and it's just like, just the English dubs are just so silly and ridiculous. I mean, just hearing the voice, dude, the guys' voices are always fine. It's always the girls. It's just, you just sit there and just like laugh at, just think about like, okay, what do these voice actors, got to be looking like and thinking, when they're sitting there reading these lines, like, and all the, other noises that they make and stuff. And it's just kind of funny because sometimes it still doesn't quite match up with how the animation is with like the mouths moving, but like, I don't know, it's just so funny. So I guess it's still kind of a personal preference on which one you want to pick. Animation, there's not really anything special to say. It's an action, sort of. It's got some comedic elements too, because it's like, this kid, brings a demon from hell, and, and they're all like women, but I think it's like a 2005 series or something like that. I can't quite remember. And it's based on, I got that there, but it's like 2005. So as far as hentai goes, there's a couple of different animation styles nowadays, but there's no real variety exactly in them. So it's just kind of like, hey, if you look at the cover, or on the back. I mean, that's how it looks, and it's. I mean, basically just kind of looks like any other anime, just with lots of sex. Um, it's only 3 episodes, so it's a simple 90-minute watch. Um, and the story is basically just, okay, this guy, he wants to, summon the devil, so that way he can, take revenge on the people who have, bullied him throughout his life. Then good old Carrera shows up. Contract. Okay, well, he changes his mind, and has sex, but doesn't get his soul taken from him, and so then just hijinks kind of ensues, and then like Carrera gets kidnapped by angels, and then and then it comes to episode 3, and episode 3 is just a little bit of talking and just a whole. I mean, just about the entire 3rd episode is just sex scenes. Um, Thanks to like the purification ceremony and the team going to you know try and save Carrera and everything. So I mean, of course, as far as story goes and characters go, pretty simple, straight. I mean, straight up stuff. I mean, nothing nothing super special, different going on as far as that goes. I mean, I have not played the PC game that this is based on, but I'm kind of content with just kind of having this. And so yeah, I do kind of wish there was a little more. I mean, it really just kind of wrapped up real quickly and kind of ambiguously, with like, but I mean, I'm not gonna ruin it in case some of you do want to watch it and have not seen it. So yeah, but I mean, it's a really simple watch. The price did go up now back on Right Stuff, so I think it's back to like $18-19 or something like that. So I don't know, but I mean, like I said, you can find this other places too, like Amazon, and maybe if you can find it on eBay or whatever. So it's kind of whatever there. But I mean, it is an enjoyable hentai. So I mean, I do enjoy it, but it's still another one of those things where like you don't want to watch it too often, because then I don't know, it just didn't become as good because you already know what's gonna happen. The lines that are supposed to be funny and stuff. So it's kind of like that. And now to the other one, and this is I took a chance on this because Right Stuff had some reviews. As I said, my purchase video, and it's a comedy, and so I figured I'd take a shot at it. And luckily I was informed that it was uncensored because nobody said it and it didn't say anywhere, so I was really hoping that all of a sudden, boom, I had a censored hentai, because I mean, I hate censoring and editing in regular anime, let alone I get a hentai and all of a sudden it's got blurred stuff. It's like, I mean it's like watching Howard Stern. It's just like, okay, there's all this, and then boop, all the digital blurring or editing. I was like, man, it's fucking retarded. Anywho, the series is Maple Colors. It's just 2 episodes, 60 minutes. Like, I mean, like, it's from Critical Mass Video, and much like Viper GTS, it has 18 plus on here, and it's got warnings back here, and it's got a bunch of warnings when you start playing it. Yeah, I mean, I get a kick out of the warnings still. And then open it up. It's just can't show you that disc, but it's just got 1 disc, and then surprisingly, it had a little Right Stuff little survey, customer service survey to fill out, but I'm not really going to worry about that. I'm sure if they look at how much I've already bought this year, I think they would assume that I'm pretty happy, or if they've seen any of these videos. Anywho, sub versus dub. I did not watch the sub of this. All I did was watch the dub, and much again, it's just kind of like, I mean, the dudes, I mean, guys sound fine, girls kind of sound I mean, even just regular talking in conversations, it's weird. Like, I mean, you can just tell, like, compared to regular series anime, like the production quality and everything is just not there as much, and so it's just kind of like, okay, it's just, and so I mean, and so I'm wondering if that's just supposed to be part of the silliness of how these are made. I don't know. I mean, of course, I think regular porn is hilarious just because for how dumb the plot lines are, but I don't know, whatever. Um, so dub, kind of whatever, I mean, it helps you laugh a little more. I mean, this wasn't as funny as I thought it was, as I read and what I believed it was from the reviews and everything. But I mean, it was all right. But the crap thing is, it's only 2 episodes, and I don't know if there's more out in Japan of this, or if more, or and it just hasn't been licensed or what. Because like from the fuck it, whatever, animation is kind of whatever. So yeah. Story is okay. Boom, transfer student. But then him and this girl are getting in trouble, and so now they have to gather together their class of just the most random, you know, types of characters from whatever, and they have to band together and do this play during like the school festival or whatever, so that way like they don't get punished or. And this class is just like the outcast class of the school. It's got all the rejects and weirdos and everything. So it's really silly for that, and I mean, I know the characters are silly, but only like 3 days get covered in these 2 episodes, and like there's they got like a month or whatever, and so I'm just sitting here and it ends and it's like, man, there's more than 3 weeks to go and this is all that there is. Like, there's not even more to buy. I'm just like, where's the rest of the story? I mean, how can you just sit there and only have that much of the story and then just leave it? Like, I don't know if there was no more made because it wasn't popular enough, or if just nobody feels like licensing it. Kind of, this was like '06, I think. Yeah, 2006. So I mean, obviously there's no more of this out in the U.S. I mean, that'd be kind of dumb for them to wait 6 years to put out another DVD. And so that's the one thing I'm primarily disappointed in, is you have this story that takes so much time and so little of it was covered in what was actually put out. And so that's the primary thing that I'm disappointed in. So yeah, characters, kind of whatever. You got the main guy who just has sex with like 5 different girls, I think. Yeah, I think he has sex with like five different girls or something like that. And I mean that's really kind of it as far as sex. I mean, the sex scenes are all right, I guess. I mean, the Viper GTS sex scenes weren't bad either. I mean, they were nothing like super fantastic. Yeah, I guess as far as like trying to judge sex scenes, as far as that goes, I'm no judge connoisseur of all that, but that's how that is. And basically, it got him, the transfer student, it got put onto him to bring the class together because he kind of pissed them all off, and so now he has to go around and prove to them that they're going to work as a team and they're going to help the class, get through this or whatever. And so I mean, all right, kind of story thing, thrown in there, because basically it's like to convince the male characters, he just is like, all right, well, okay, I have to fight you. All right, well, we'll fight, and they got a baseball nut, and it's so funny because it's the funniest part of the whole show. He's got he's sitting there and he's getting ready to pitch against the baseball nut, and he goes and he winds up, and I mean just does this big ass wind up leg way up in the air and just boom, just throws, and the batter's like freaking out. He's like, I don't even see the ball, and the guy just sits there. He's like, ching. Because he fucking put the he bent the fence and put the baseball and wedged it inside part of the fence, and the guy's like, "Oh no, I didn't even see it!" Just like freaking out. It's like, "Oh my god, this is so bad." It's and part of. I mean, it's really funny, but it's also really sad that is, at least for me, was the funniest part of the whole thing. So as far as that, when I was talking about how I was disappointed in the comedy, that was the funniest thing. And I actually had to watch that moment twice just to try and appreciate the comedy that this show had. It was kind of ridiculous. But yeah, and then of course, he, in order to convince the girls, he ends up being in random situations and like, okay, hey, we had sex and now you're going to help the class out. So. So that's pretty well it. I don't know what this is based on. I mean, of course, like I say, special features. I mean, it's got like an art gallery and trailer out. It's got outtakes, but it's like animated outtakes are so weird. Like, I mean, I don't know, they're just goofy. But I don't know what this is based off of. Like, I don't know if this is just like a hentai manga or if it was an eroge or what, but I would be kind of interested in actually seeing how the rest of the story goes. So I might look it up sometime. I don't know, but yeah. So anyways, I mean, this one isn't bad. I mean, like I say, I enjoyed this one. For oddly enough, for me, it's like a hentai classic, and it's one of the most well-known hentais out there. So yeah. Like I say, these are 18 plus, not for children. So for, those of you, underage kids or whatever, yeah, gotta wait till you're old enough and whatnot. So that's what I got. I'm not even gonna like rate these or anything like that. It's pretty silly. I mean, just of course, it just comes down to, I mean, whatever you enjoy. I mean, these are pretty straightforward. There isn't like really fetish stuff. I mean, there is a little bit of fetish stuff in Viper GTS, such as futanari and like tail rape. I mean, that's kind of it. And other than that, it's pretty general, straightforward stuff kind of thing. Oh, except for like gangbang and rape and all that stuff like that. But whatever. I've definitely talked long enough on here too. I thought it was gonna be a little shorter. So anywho, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share. Subscribe to my channel, whatever, and check out all my other videos because I have plenty, and I'm surely a lot of you guys can find something to to enjoy in here somewhere. Like I say, I'm SollyFan16. You can find me with that username on Anime Vice or here on YouTube, or you can find me on Twitter at BILDO_88, and that's my time. So hey, till next time, because I'm a big perv. Peace.